What up, your TV movies here. Now, Netflix, I thought I had a really cool year when it came to TV shows, whether they were returning shows, new shows, etc. So I'm going to be doing my top 10 favorite Netflix series of the year. Now, I'm going to mix up whether they're mostly returning or even new shows, etc. So with that being said, here's my 10 favorite Netflix series of 2021. All right, coming in at number 10 is a very trippy series, and that is a show called Brand New Cherry Flavor. This is a really insane show. Uh, Now, of course, it stars Rosa Salazar, who you might remember from Leah Battle Angel. This is even created by Nick Antosca, who, of course, gave us the awesome Chucky series, which is still my favorite show of the year. Now, here's what the series is about, if you guys don't know. It's, it's where a filmmaker who heads to Hollywood in the early 90s should make her movie. But like pretty much tumbles down to this hallucinatory rabbit hole of sex, magic, and even swallowing kittens. It's based on a novel, believe it or not, too. Eric Lang, who you might remember as a psychoist from Victorious, was also in this. He was terrific. You also had Catherine Keener was also in this. Yeah, you had some really intriguing cast members, and it's a really trippy series. Rosa's terrific. Great, cinematography. I mean, it's a really decent series worth checking out. It's weird that they haven't renewed for second season. I guess it's just like only a one done thing. All right, number 9. I'm gonna go with a show that's actually based on a comic book, if I'm not mistaken, and that is Sweet Tooth. Now, Sweet Tooth, I thought was a really cool fantasy series. Now, if you guys don't know much about this series, it's based on it's based on a book by Jeff Lemire, and it's where like on this perilous adventure in this post-apocalyptic world, this boy who's half human and half deer searches for like new beginnings with this protector, and he's of course played by Onzo. Christian Connery plays the kid here. Ramirez was also in this. Will Forte, Stephen Owens was also in this. James Brolin was the narrator. This series was also produced by Robert Downey Jr., so there too. It's actually based on a DC comic, believe it or not, so cool to see Robert Downey Jr. go from Marvel to DC. That's a cool turnaround. But, man, this is a really intriguing series. Great visuals. Really decent fantasy show if you guys haven't seen that. All right, number 8, I'm going to go with the show True Story. Now, this is the drama series that had Kevin Hart and Wesley Snipes playing brothers. And I thought those two play off each other well. You can really even buy them as brothers. And you'll actually expect this to be more like a comedy and all. It's more dramatic. I mean, Kevin Hart is so good in this. Wesley Snipes is great. Dia Rusty was terrific. I mean, it's pretty much like a dramatic take on Kevin Hart's pretty much on Kevin where like Kevin Hart pretty much plays like a fictionalized version of himself, and he does such a great job here. It gets intense throughout. I mean, if you guys haven't seen True Story, definitely give it a go. And it shows how Hart's not just a comedian. Like the guy, when he wants to take down with the drama stuff, he's pretty good in the drama category. All right, number 7, I'm gonna go with Ginny and Georgia. Now, this is a really intriguing series about mother and daughter dynamic chemistry, and it's a really decent show starring Brianne Howie as well as Antonia Gentry. And it's where this teenage named Ginny and her and her mother and brother pretty much go down to the roots to this picturesque New England town after years on the run. And of course the mother Georgia is like very troubled and she is so great in this. I guess there's some really great twists and turns that you wouldn't even see coming. It's a really decent coming of age story. The chemistry between both Brianne Howie and Tony Gantry is really decent. It's a really nice show worth checking out. All right. Coming in at number 6 is Houston. Now, this is, of course, a Ryan Murphy produced show, and he does this show really well. Ewan McGregor playing fashion designer Houston is great. Ewan McGregor, of course, won his Emmy for his performance, and well deserved. You also have some other training cast members as well. It's a really decent show. Ryan Murphy, of course, one of my anticipated shows this year is his Jeffrey Dahmer series. I'm sure you check to see where that's going to go. But yeah, this is a really decent series worth checking out. And yeah, Ryan Murphy is, whether it's American Horror Story, whether it's Glee, whether it's The Prom, the guy knows how to make some cool storytelling. Number 5, I'm going to go with Big Mouth season 5. I thought this season wasn't as good as the first few seasons, but I still thought season 5 was hands down great. We end up getting introduced to some new monsters because they're doing a spin-off called almost that monsters Cobra. Totally different. I forgot the name. Forgot the name of the actual spin-off they're doing. But I'm actually intrigued. You had some new additions like Kiki Palmer, Pamela Adlon, etc. So I'm definitely looking forward to check out season 5, and the spinoff could be intriguing too. And this gets lots of really cool turns around, more raunchier than the other season. So definitely give this one a go. I mean, the Homo monsters are so raunchy. I mean, if there's also a Christmas special, like if you want to see a Big Mouth Christmas special, go check this one out. You're gonna not even want to look at Santa Claus the same way. Let me put it that way. All right. 4 is another raunchy animated series that returned, and that is F is for Family, the final season. I mean, I thought they really nailed it with the final season. I like, of course, it was really cool to see them honor, the late Michael K. Williams in this. Bill Burr is a comedic genius, and what he was able to do with the series is terrific. The show is so funny. It's really well put together. I mean, it's a shame that they ended after 5 seasons, but good things coming to an end, I guess. All right, 3 is, of course, the Comiskey Method, Season 3, and this show has been really interesting. Of course, Alan Arkin ended up not appearing in the 3rd season, but it was still pretty cool to see a Romance of the Stone reunion between Michael Douglas and Kathleen Turner, and man, Kathleen Turner is so good on the series. I mean, she actually plays Michael Douglas's ex, which wrap my head around that is awesome to see. Of course, you got Haley Joel Osment ended up appearing in this. You even had a cameo by Morgan Freeman, which was really cool to watch. I thought the season was really decent. Shame that they ended after 3 seasons, but good things come to an end there. All right, number 2 is, of course, Clickbait, which is pretty much like the Twisted series that premiered on Netflix, which sadly did not really get too much. But either this series was really cool. I mean, it had lots of twists and turns around. Adrian Grenier, who you might remember from Entourage, was so good in this. You even had Betty Gabriel, who I think Betty Gabriel and Zoe Kazan should get some award love for this. It is like twisted turns in this is so insane. It's only 8 episodes. It's a quick binge right there. Now, if you guys don't know much about the show, it's more like this family man, Greer, played by Adrian Grenier, is like abducted, in this crime with a sinister online twist. And so, like, those closest to him are ready to uncover who is behind it. And if, Nick is, like, hiding something personal. I mean, this has some crazy twists that you will not even see coming. It's an insane series. So if you haven't really seen it, it's all 8 episodes on Netflix. Go watch them. Crazy series. And my number 1 is Cheating because I'm actually adding 2 in my number 1 list. And there are 2 seasons. And my number 1 favorite show of the year is a returning show, and that is Cobra Kai Season 3 and 4. It is insane to believe that they premiered not 1 but 2 Cobra Kai seasons this year. Of course, Cobra Kai Season 3 premiered on New Year's Day of 2021, while Cobra Kai Season 4 premiered on New Year's Eve. So we pretty much it's safe to say we pretty much started the year off with Cobra Kai and then ended it off with Cobra Kai. So awesome. It's great to see Terry Silver's back in this. Of course, I just did my review for Season 4. You can look that up online. But man, this show, it gets better and better with each season. I love the Karate Kid throwbacks, or the Karate Kid callbacks, I should say. Ralph Macchio and William Zabka are like those 2 really play off each other really well. The youngsters in this, like Zyla Murduri is great. Tanner Butchichin is so good in this. Why he said yes to He's All That is still beyond me, but he is much better actor than people give him credit for. The one who plays the girls in this, Mary Mouser and Pam Liss are great. Uh, Martin Cove is terrific. I just love the show and can't wait for season 5 when that premieres. Hopefully it'll premiere like sooner rather than later, but we'll see what happens there. But that's pretty much it. Let me do the quick rundown. 10 brand new cherry flavor, 9 sweet tooth, 8 true story, 7 Janie and Georgia, 8 Halston, 5 Big Mouth season 5, 4 F is for Family season 5, 3 The Comiskey Method season 3, 2 Clickbait, and number 1 is Cobra Kai season 4 and 3. Now there's also other ones I probably could have added. I know lots of people pound their heads, be like, Squid Game, where's Squid Game, blah, 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 blah. I already mentioned this. I was not too big with Squid Game, as most people are, so, I mean, it's not a bad show, I admit that, but I just wasn't too big with it, as most people were. Let's see. Let me post some other stuff here. Jupiter's, almost said, Jupiter Legacy was pretty good. Let's see. There was a Winx Club show that premiered. Maid, I probably could have added. Midnight Mass. In Colin Black and White was pretty good. I actually just saw this docuseries called Crime Scene, the Times Square Kill. That actually was really cool. I mean, yeah, whoever knew that there was actually a kill in Times Square? Come on. Yeah, there's some really cool stuff that premiered this year on Netflix. But I didn't mind Cowboy Bebop, by the way. I know so many people poo-poo on that series. The Witcher season 2, I actually just saw. To be honest, I prefer the first season. The second was a little disappointing. You season 3, I admit, wasn't as good as the first seasons, but it was alright, I guess. Anyway, let me let you guys. What are some of your favorite shows of the year? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This is Simmer Sayo.